All right, good morning, y'all. We're talking all things San Francisco 49ers and Chicago Bears. 49ers lost to the Bears. Is the sky falling? Is the world coming to an end? It seems that way, right? When you look at social media, we're going to talk about that. A bet. I owe my guy, the Ghost of Judah. I'm here to pay my debts, man. So appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. Y'all know what it is, man. The San Francisco 49ers morning show. Let's go.
Intercepted. It is picked up by Eric Crocker over midfield. He'll run it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Crock Talk TV podcast. Peace. Welcome to another episode of the San Francisco 49ers Morning Show. I'm your host, former NFL and AFL defensive back, Eric Crocker, and we're here to talk some 49er football, Chicago Bears, all that stuff, everything that transpired out in Chicago. Definitely want to thank everybody that listens to Locked On 49ers with myself and Brian Peacock. Man, shout out to all y'all that tune in. I got a lot to say about that as well from my trip to Chicago. I'll get to that in a second. Make sure, Underdog Fantasy, right there, Underdog Fantasy, download the app or go to underdogfantasy.com, use promo code Crocky. And when you use my promo code, they will match whatever you deposit up to $100. And I see the numbers going up now, baby. I see the numbers going up. Keep them coming. Underdog Fantasy. If you're into over-unders, they don't even call it over-unders anymore. They call it higher lowers, and they got some different stuff. But, hey, they got insurance. They got second-half bets. Man, they got all kind of stuff going on right now. Underdog Fantasy. Download the app or go to the website, underdogfantasy.com, promo code Crocky, to get all that good stuff. Hey, man, let's talk about it, man. Like my trip. First, I'll talk about my trip to Chicago, which I've been to Chicago. I played a game there in 2012, my rookie year in the Arena League. And I remember us going out after the game, but didn't really, and I had an interception that game, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't remember like anything too crazy about Chicago, downtown, you know, all that stuff. But this time, had my brother out there. We were out there for a few days. Got in there on Friday, went to the Giants game on Saturday, obviously went to the 49ers game on Sunday, but I got to kind of really like be a tourist almost for a couple of days, man. And I'm not going to lie, dude, Chicago is a great city. Chicago might be as far as downtown. Now, I see some people to be like, well, I bet you can go to the south side. No, motherfucker, I ain't go to the south side. No, I did not go to the south side. I went to downtown, and I got to be around there. You know, I rode the train and took Ubers and walked. I walked a lot out there, and it was exciting. And one thing that was pretty cool right away, and I get this sometimes, you know, when I go to these games, I got it in Philadelphia, you know, definitely when I go to 49er games, but never to this extent, never to this magnitude. Whether I was at the airport, whether I was walking around downtown, whether I was at the San Francisco Giants game, 49ers game, wherever, I would say probably 200 people. I mean, give or take some, but came up to me and was like, man, Croc, love the show, love the morning show, love Locked On 49ers. You and Peacock, y'all kill it. And it was kind of, I don't want to say overwhelming. Like, I know I come on here and I talk and all that, but I'm not somebody that like loves a lot of attention. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the love to them, like for sure. I appreciate the love. But it was like, damn, they really mess with me. Like these people really mess with me. The 49er fans, I say these people, 49er fans really mess with me. And it's almost like a family, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a family type thing where everybody just like, man, Croc, woo, woo. And I'm just like, dang. And I'm walking through trying to find my seats at the Bears game. And, you know, people just come, oh, Croc, man, what's up? Like, and I'm just like, you know, love the show. And I'm trying to find my seats, but it was really dope. I'm at the San Francisco Giants Cubs game. And shout out to the Giants. At least they won. Niners didn't, obviously. But I'm at the Giants Cubs game and people coming up to me. Like, and then I don't want to say the weird part, but when people come up to you and they, you know, they're talking to you and they ask take pictures and stuff like that, and it kills my brother because my brother, he'd be around like rappers and ball, like, you know, NBA player, NFL, all that. Like he'd be around those guys, so he understands it. Like he understands when people come up to those guys and want to take pictures and stuff. He's like, you're a podcaster. Why do these people try to take pictures of you? I'm like, man, oh no, but I appreciate the love, and I thought that was I thought it was dope. Walked into the bar and people were like, Crock, and I'm like, wow, like this shit crazy. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody that, said what's up. Chicago was great. The one part about Chicago that I thought was probably the most interesting was how clean it was for like a big city. I've been all over, and recently I was in New York, a month ago or so. I was in New York with the wife and we were going around and stuff. I was there for Underdog Fantasy, promo code Crocky. And you could see like New York is kind of dirty. What's up, babe?
I need the authorization code it sent. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I just need it back. New York can be like kind of dirty, but Chicago, hella clean. Like hella clean. Like I don't even think I saw dirt on the ground. Matter of fact, it made me, when I was walking, I drank like a Gatorade. And instead of like throwing the bottle on the ground, like I looked for a trash can and made sure I threw it in the trash because I'm like, I got to keep this place clean, man. These people, they take care of it. So I had to make sure that I took care of it as well. All right. But shout out to Chicago. Great city. The water was beautiful right there. They got the water going through downtown and all the LED lights lighting up down. I mean, it was great. Chicago was dope. Whole time I'm there, I'm like, man, I got to take my wife out here. I got to bring her here. All right. But shout out to Chicago. All right, real quick before we kind of get into more of the particulars of the 49ers and the whole, the game and all that, definitely want to talk real quick about the injury updates. All right, you got George Kittle. It sounds like George Kittle is hopeful for the upcoming week, so that's pretty cool. Definitely need your big dog back. Starting to lose some running backs and whatnot. Definitely not ideal, but it helps to definitely get a big play guy like George Kittle back. Elijah Mitchell, you get him back. Or, excuse me, you don't get him back. He's going to be out for a few weeks, and that sucks because I was watching Elijah Mitchell run early in the game, and when you're at the game, you don't really get like these live updates or you don't hear people, on the telecast and what they're saying. So I didn't even know Elijah Mitchell was out of the game, but yeah, he missed some time. Wait, can't find it?
I don't know your code to your phone.
It's 0, 0, 0, 0. It's all zeros.
No, not your other one.
It's all both those zeros.
Told me that.
Look, my wife throwing me off.
Sorry.
All right. But what was that? Elijah Mitchell. Oh, Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell was running very well. I mean, he was moving well. He was, you know what I'm saying, busting off runs. And I'm like, oh, yeah, 1,300 yards. I looked at my brother. I'm like, 1,300 yards. Here it comes, right? And then, no, here it doesn't come because I checked my phone at halftime and I see Elijah Mitchell is out with a knee injury. And once you hear that kind of out right away, I'm like, it's not too good, right? Like, knee injury, not good. And Elijah Mitchell, he's had to deal with a bunch of injuries over really from his rookie year to now. He's kind of been banged up. Talked about it last night on Locked On 49ers. He actually came into, the regular season coming off of an injury. Y'all remember, we didn't get to see Elijah Mitchell much in preseason. I don't think he played wearing that ugly number 49. I think they had him in. But I don't think Elijah Mitchell played until the last preseason game against the Raiders. And even then, it looked a little weird, right? Because it was like, went the wrong way. Then the quarterback trying to hand him the ball. And, it wasn't great. They had him at kickoff return and whatnot. But he turned into the 49ers' best runner. And I don't think it's close. Like, you watch him just fluid, vision, nice little burst. Like, it looked good. I'm like, whew, Elijah Mitchell running that thing. This is 1,300 yards for sure. Until it wasn't. Got hurt. So, we'll see how they replace him. If I had to guess, they probably use Deebo Samuel in the backfield more. Because right now, he's just your best runner. We'll see if Jordan Mason gets more love. Ty Davis-Price, what happens with him as well. Ty Davis-Price, I don't think he was active on game day, but I think Jordan Mason was. So, keep an eye on that. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they like the way one guy runs over the other, but maybe one guy brought more like special teams value, right? So, if Jordan Mason is a better special teams player than Ty Davis-Price, Jordan Mason might be the one that ends up playing or active on game day. And we saw that last year with Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon, right? Where Elijah Mitchell, and people forget this because they lost Raheem Mostert so early in the game. I think it was on his second carry. Elijah Mitchell was the return guy. He was actually back there to return kicks. And then once the injury happened and whatnot, it kind of took him off his special teams. So we'll see what happens with these two backs. I'm curious to see who takes the load. But I was watching Jeff Wilson, and I don't know. I think Jeff Wilson runs hard. I think he runs well. Would like to see a little bit more burst, a little bit more speed, but that might not be his thing. I would look to see more carries from Deebo Samuel. The only thing is, the more you have Deebo Samuel in the backfield, the more you take away from what he does as a receiver. And that's tough. And we saw that in this game. I think he had 2 receptions for 14 yards, but I'd assume he had much more rushing yards than receiving yards. All right. So that was tough. That was tough. All right. Here we go. It was over once the Monsoon hit. I think the Monsoon kind of made it tough or whatever. There was over 7 minutes left in the game. It was not over at all. All right. Let's talk about, I have seen some people, different takes on the weather and whatnot. And just my interpretation of the weather, Friday and Saturday, beautiful. I don't think you could have asked for any better weather. And I was wondering, because I'm like, man, they keep saying that there's going to be some rain come Sunday. But it don't look like it to me. This weather is beautiful. It's like 75, 80 degrees, sunny, blue sky, like clear, no cloud in the sky. Like everything is great. Girls got their little clothes on. We at the bar. We turning up. Like everything is good. And then you wake up, my cat. And then you wake up Sunday morning. I look out the window. I'm like, this doesn't look too good. And it was raining, right? So you wake up Sunday, it's raining. And I'm thinking like, okay, doesn't look that bad. They say it's still going to be 70 degrees. That's cool. And I didn't really, for whatever reason, I didn't pack very well for anything other than like sunny. I don't know why. I knew there was going to be some rain, but I was tripping. Or maybe I was tired when I was packing. But I wake up, look out the window. Okay, it's raining. I'm like, it's raining. Damn. And then I started doing some stuff, and I went downstairs, and I walked out the hotel, and it wasn't raining anymore. It was storming. It was a monsoon. Now, this is probably an hour and a half before the game, because I didn't tailgate. It was just dumping. I'm like, I'm not going to no damn tailgate. All right, I'm not going to a tailgate. This is ridiculous. So it was so bad, and this is prior to the game. It was so bad that I talked to my brother. First, I talked to my wife, and I'm like, I ain't going to this game. There's no way I'm sitting out there in these bleachers in this weather, which it was dumping. But my brother was like, nah, man, it might, slow down. We came out here to go to the game. We ain't been to the stadium, et cetera. And we like to do those things. My brother goes with me. He's a Steeler fan. He's not even a 49er fan, but he travels with me to a lot of these games. He's like, dude, we didn't come out here to not go to the game. So we going to the game regardless. So we actually walk about a mile to the stadium, and it started to lighten up a little bit. It's still raining. We got our umbrellas, but it's not that heavy rain that it was. But I think the heavy rain really kind of flooded the field. It flooded the field before the game. So that part was tough. And then I'd say in general, right, just kind of a broad or generalization of kind of the weather, the effects of it with the field and whatnot, because I've seen different takes on it. I would say for the most part of that game, it rained on and off. There were some times where it was lighter rain. There was some times where it was a little heavier, but it rained pretty much on and off the entire game. And then and sometimes it would come down a little harder, right? Then it would kind of lighten up a little bit. Then there's like just kind of a misty or whatever. And then probably in the fourth quarter, it just went crazy. It went crazy, and it was kind of a monsoon. All right, it started going crazy. So that's kind of my take on like the weather and whatnot. Now, the cool thing about the weather is, regardless of if you're a 49er fan or you're a Bears fan or whatever team you are, both teams play in this weather. So it's not like one team has more of an advantage than the other. Matter of fact, I think some would say, including myself, hey, I think the 49ers have more of an advantage in this type of weather because this is the style of play that they want, right? Like the 49ers want to ground and pound. They want to play good defense. They want to do those things. And they can win games in that fashion. And we've seen them do it in previous years. Well, it didn't happen in this game. Actually, it happened early on. They were playing well. They're running the ball. They're doing misdirection stuff. They're driving down the field. It's looking good. I'm like, oh, man, they're stretching the field. They're working this way, that way. Then you got Elijah Mitchell. Then Trey Lance drops back. Boom. His Brandon Ayuk over the middle is nice. I like how he climbed the pocket, delivered a strike over the middle. Everything's good. It catches it, runs it outside. You could see when you look at some of the TV copy stuff, Brandon Ayuk, while he's running, you just see like splashes of water. So the field, like, it did suck. But it sucked for both teams. And the effects of like field like that is on one of the next plays, Deebo Samuel gets the ball. I believe it's first down. He tucks, boom, he fumbles. Deebo fumbles. And that was the first missed opportunity. And I think that's one of my biggest take from this game is probably for the 49ers, missed opportunities. And I'd say watching the game, at no point did I ever think like, oh man, the Bears are better than the 49ers. Like, it didn't look like that. But they definitely took advantage of a couple more opportunities that the 49ers didn't. So that was the first one. Moving down the field, everything's good, and Deebo Samuel fumbles. And then the next drive, 49ers again, moving down the field. Then Kyle Shanahan sets up that tight end leak, whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the little throwback or whatever, wide open, and Trey Lance, boom, overshoots him, right? And I was watching in the air, and I'm like, oh, that's on the money. And then it looked like it. I can't tell how much from the stands. I watched it on the TV copy. I don't think I paid attention to that play because I knew what happened. But he overthrew it. Crock couldn't get it. And those are the ones that you got to hit. And I looked at that, missed opportunity. And it was even more of a missed opportunity because the next play, you take a sack. Now you got to punt the ball. So that is a missed opportunity. You walk away there with 0 points. Now, 49ers didn't stop there. They came back. They fired. Boom, 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 boom. They ended up scoring a touchdown in whatever drive. They ended up scoring a touchdown. And I believe that was second quarter. You had Trey Lance. He threw a beautiful ball, slot fade to Juwan Jennings. And he kind of learned, right? And one of the things that we talk about with Trey Lance, right? It's like learning from your mistakes. And I thought he learned, right? Where he talked about it with the Tyler Croft. He didn't even talk about the Jennings throw, but he talked about it with the Tyler Croft throw where he's like, you know, I try to make the perfect pass. You know, that's on me, et cetera. Whatever. Should have put it on him. So then what's he do with Juwan Jennings? He doesn't try to make the perfect pass. He doesn't try to lead him down the field. Hey, let me just get it to this guy. He beat this guy by 5 yards. Let me just get it to him. And he did. Jennings catches it, boom, and I believe they ended up going down and scoring a touchdown on that drive with Deebo Samuel. I believe that's how it kind of played out. All right. But anyways, you're up 7-0 at halftime, and I'm thinking like, man, 49ers, they clearly look better than the Bears. They should be up more points. And you had a couple missed opportunities. Fumble by Deebo, the missed throw by Trey Lance. And now you have a game that is much closer, 7-0, but much closer than it should be. So the 49ers come back out at halftime, and boom, 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 they drive down the field, and Trey Lance threw this beautiful ball. And the way I was lined up with it, I was lined up with the throw, and I looked at my brother like, bro, did you see that? Because with the way that it was from my angle, which I was lined up with, I didn't see a receiver. All I saw was a Bears defender, a Bears defender, and a Bears defender. I saw 3 Bears defenders when Trey Lance let the ball go, and I'm like, where the fuck is he throwing the ball? And then next thing you know, you just see not Ayuk. I kept saying this Ayuk. It's not Ayuk. It was Ray McCloud. Next thing you know, you see Ray McCloud come out of nowhere. I said, oh my gosh, that was a throw. That was a throw. I look at my brother like that was a fucking throw, right? So the 49ers end up picking up some yards, whatever, and they go up 10-0 at that point. So you're feeling good, but you're still looking, and I remember kind of putting down there like, man, 49ers just have some missed opportunities in this game. This really shouldn't even be a game right now. And that was how it felt. And then 49ers back on defense, which the defense was making it tough on the Bears. The Bears, they probably have an issue at receiver. I think things are pretty difficult on Justin Fields. I don't think the offensive line did a good job of protecting Justin Fields. All right. Lance and Fields had 2 interceptions that were straight rookie mistakes. I wouldn't even say they were rookie mistakes. Hold on. I'll get to this. I'll start some of these things. And I saw a super chat. I don't want to lose my train of thought. I saw the super chat. I'm trying not to look too much in the chat. All right. I'll get to this super chat. Appreciate the contribution. I'll get to all those. All right. But so I'm lost my train of thought. God damn. All right. Justin Fields. I think when you look at it, the receivers, they're not really creating separation for him. He threw some go route. Shout out to Travarius Ward. I thought he did a tremendous job. Ultimately, 49ers defense, they did very well, right? Like in the sense of the game, like they did well. Where they did not do well, and as a team, now I talked about some missed opportunities early on. I'm watching this game, and it's third down. I remember telling my brother, I'm like, brother, Bears aren't even trying to win this game. It's 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 8. What they do? Running with a running back. 3rd and 7. What they do? Running with a running back. And I'm like, they're not trying to win. But then on one of the times they running with a running back, you face mask a guy. And you kind of ate him. And then there was a couple other late hits on Justin Fields, which is extremely tough because he slides late. And he has a great slide. I think Justin Fields, there's a few guys that, and you can tell they play quarterback that have like this really nice, not quarterback, pitcher or baseball. They have a great slide. Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields might have the best slide out of all of them. He dropped up, boom, and he pops up. And there was one where he like didn't even slide, he like took a knee. It was like a knee, then he popped up. I was like, wow, that's crazy, right? Great slider. Well, the tough thing is for a quarterback that is that dynamic and that tough to corral, you don't know when he's going to slide and when he's not. So what are you trying to do is like, I'm committing to tackling him. And then he slides late, drops down, and you've already committed to going to get him, and boom, you hit him, and it ends up being a flag. And we saw that happen definitely more than enough times. But those type of things kept drives going. And that was kind of how the Bears were able to capitalize. The 49ers kind of aided them down the field. I didn't think that the Bears did anything to the 49ers defense for the most part. Again, I'm going to continue talking about this, but I didn't see anything where it's just like, oh, man, like Justin Fields is eating the 49ers up. Like, oh, man, look at that throw by Justin Fields. Oh, Justin Fields throwing to this guy, and he's hitting this, and he's hitting this window. Like, I didn't see none of that. What I saw was he bought time. The defense rolled this way, and you have a scramble play, a broken play, and he throws backside where nobody's covering Dante Pettis. And the 49ers busted coverage. And that's tough. And they score. And I'm like, look at this shit, man. You let the team hang around, and you sorry ass team, and then you do that. All right. Then, when the Bears take the lead, you get really was a great concept. When I saw it on TV copy back in, I'm like, oh, this was a great concept. Like, you have mesh, and 49 players got confused, and it left Talanoa Hufanga. Again, I don't know who's responsible for what, but I know one thing. It left Talanoa Hufanga in a lose-lose situation. There was a shallow guy. He was about to go with St. Brown, and then he kind of stopped because he sees a shallow, and he's like, damn, there is nobody. If Justin Fields would have, let's say Hufanga just goes with St. Brown, and Justin Fields dumps it off to the guy that was on the little shallow, dude walks into the end zone. Like, he catches it, walks it. There was no defenders on that side of the ball. Somebody got confused. Well, Hufanga sees that, and he sees the other guy, and you see him kind of like stop. Like, what do I do? Because he was going to be wrong either way. Somebody busted the coverage. They put him in a vulnerable position. Well, it results in a touchdown. And next thing you know, you're in a dogfight, and then the pouring rain comes, and you're trying to throw back into the game in this torrential downpour. You just can't. Now, I will say within that, and we're going to start to get into some of Justin Fields and Trey Lance's performance and what I saw, and I guess what PFF saw as well. All right, but what I saw from both quarterbacks and what it looked like. And then we're also going to get into the media and things that they're saying and some of the things that I'm very confused with. And we're going to talk about the fans and what they're saying and some of the things, again, that I'm very confused with. So let's talk about it. All right. Start with the super chat here. We'll get into all that stuff right here. We got my guy Sean here, and he says, major overreactions from everybody. Inclement weather is an equalizer. You got to throw this game out as far as evaluation. You can't cut T off. You can't cut T off. Catch or see. Got to come out healthy. F the Bears. Man, I agree and disagree. All right, because the part that I disagree with is I think at some point you just got to figure out a way to win. And I thought Justin Fields, with kind of everything kind of stacked against him, offensive line wasn't really protecting, run game, whatever, receivers really not getting open, but he figured out a way. Now, did the 49ers help him along the way? Of course. Bad penalties on drives where the 2 touchdown drives should have been done, but the 49ers had third down penalties. All right? Like, that's on you being an undisciplined team. And one thing about the 49ers and what everybody says and why everybody, the 49ers, they got the best situation for a young quarterback. They got the best this, they got that. I couldn't tell. That was the best situation for a quarterback. A lot of people are bringing up Jimmy Garoppolo, and we're going to get more into depth with him. But one thing about Jimmy G, what he benefit off of, when we say, well, the 49ers, they win with Jimmy G. And I don't want to make this about Jimmy G, but this is what I'm hearing. All right? I don't want to make this is not about Jimmy G. Jimmy Garoppolo is the 49ers backup. I even hate that I got to bring this up right now. But I keep saying, yo, Jimmy G. The one thing that really helped Jimmy Garoppolo was in these moments where things get weird for you. When things get weird, the defense had his back. When the 49ers played in that rain game in Washington, and the 49ers scored 9 points. They kicked 3 field goals. He threw a pick. He threw a bad interception. He did this, whatever. And I didn't mention the interceptions from both Trey Lance and Justin Fields. I will talk about those as well. And it's hard to say what's a rookie interception and what's not, because I watched like Joe Burrow throw 4 interceptions, turn the ball over 5 times. I watched Stafford throw 4 interceptions. I saw interceptions all over the place. So I don't know what's a rookie mistake as opposed to just, oh man, like good play by the defense or whatever, right? And their interceptions were a little different. I think Trey Lance was more of a quick read. He said he tried to hold the safety long enough, so he kind of understands it. So I don't know if it was like rookie. Justin Fields, I'm not quite sure what he was seeing because he threw it down the field late over the middle, and Hufanga read it. All right, but damn, forgot where I was going with this. See, y'all got me getting all kind of whatever. All right, but I'm gonna get like what I saw from those two quarterbacks. But overall, you got to figure out a way to win. I thought in those moments, typically the 49ers, that's where I was going with it. Jimmy Garoppolo, you go to Washington, it's inclement weather. It's not great. 49ers sliding around after the game like the Bears did. And your defense held it down. 0 points. They figured out a way. I remember that game, there was a couple of times, 4th down, where they do, boom, they get a stop. Right? 4th down, the Washington team was driving, and what do? You get a stop. And you turn over on downs, and you give your offense the ball back. Again, they mustered up 3 field goals. In that game, they didn't score a touchdown. Bad interception by Jimmy Garoppolo, it didn't matter because at some point, your team got to have your back. And that's what good teams do. That was a good 49ers team, and you hope that this is a good team as well. And in those moments where you need to kind of uplift your quarterback, your young quarterback, because you say that this is the best situation for any of these young guys, they did not do that. They didn't have defense, didn't have his back. Hell, offense didn't have his back either. I saw him get sacked, and Mike McGlinchey sprinted off the field like he was goddamn Usain Bolt. All right, like he was goddamn Usain Bolt. So I see somebody say short-term memory. Is it me that got the short-term memory? R.I.P. P&B Rock for sure. I saw that. Sad. That's sad. All right, but let's talk about some of these other things. Lance couldn't complete a screen pass. You know, it's very interesting the way that some people see things, and I see it. I see what they're saying, and what the reality of it is. So if you go to throw a screen pass, and the defensive lineman just gets upfield to get in the passing lane, and the DB jumps the screen, and the ball gets batted down, can he not throw a screen pass, or did the Bears just make a fucking good play? Which one is it? And I feel like for Trey Lance, and now let's get into it. All right, but Trey Lance, Justin Fields, their actual performances. I talked about the different things and some of the things I had to deal with. I talked about Justin Fields, things Justin Fields had to deal with, and I think that the situation is not great for Justin Fields. They didn't really block. They didn't really protect. I can't even think of a pass where you just watch it and be like, hey, man, Justin Fields, that was a good throw, right? He had to throw back. Yeah, he had a wide open dude for a touchdown. But just in the sense of drive throws, throwing the receivers, just boom, I'm hitting guys. I can't recall any. Maybe y'all can. I saw them try to throw screens. And it's crazy. Lance couldn't complete a screen pass. Do you say the same thing to Justin Fields? Was it the first play of the game that damn near got picked off on the screen pass? Do we say the same thing for Justin Fields? Or only the scrutiny is only, now I'm about to sound off. Is it only the scrutiny? Does it only pertain to Trey Lance? Because that's all I'm hearing in the media. I ain't hear anybody talk about Justin Fields' performance. PFF, they got these guys graded. 53.7 for Trey Lance, not great. 44.2 for Justin Fields. And that's with them both throwing a pick. And it says that Trey Lance also received a lower score for fumbling the ball late in the game. So it's really weird. PFF thinks Trey Lance played better. And the crazy thing, when I watched the game, I thought Trey Lance played better. Like, just in the sense of, you drop back, boom, I'm throwing the ball down the field, slot fade, catch. Okay, I got to make this throw, boom, boom. Layer throw right here, boom. He threw. God damn, these motherfuckers think I'm playing. When I say layer throw, all right, and I talked about a little bit of the throw that I saw, and I was just like, wow, like, that was a big boy. That was a big boy throw. And I'm like, and he did that. I'll get to that throw. I'm going to find that throw because I know I got it in my on my Twitter feed. But I watched some of the things he did, and I'm like, what the hell are people talking about? He's dropping back. He dropped back. Boom, throw. Boom, throw. Oh, it's third down late. Boom, fire over the middle to Dwelly or whoever the tight end was on that play. Okay, it's 3rd and 13. I got to make a play. Run for a first down. I got my guy Brian Peacock. Shout out to my guy Brian Peacock. But I got to say it right now. Oh, man, like, just Fields was better with his leg, blah, blah. And it's like, well, rushing yards, Trey Lance had more rushing yards. Trey Lance had more passing yards. Trey Lance in situations, okay, I got to figure it out. Okay, pocket scramble. Okay, let me get up out of here. I felt like both quarterbacks, and I give both of them credit for this. I thought they both really fought to try to win the game. Thought they both did they both fought to win the game. I thought that was big time, like, gutsy from both guys, especially considering the weather. But as far as passing, and that's the crazy thing to me, I don't even think it was close. As just a drop back, throw the ball. It wasn't close. Trey Lance was better. And it's crazy that nobody's seeing that. I don't know what, maybe I'm tripping. But I saw him drop back, boom, drop back, step up. There was one late over the middle to, I think it was Dwelly. Key third down. And he dropped back, stepped up, felt the pressure in the pocket, stepped up, boom, reset, fired, strike, first down. Another one, boom, I think he threw it to Juwan Jennings on a square in glance route, just dropped back, boom, fire it in, first down on 3rd down. And it's like, nah, man, like, the ball slipped out of his hand. Look at this. Like, he threw this in the dirt. Yeah, he threw some screens in the dirt because he got to kill the play because they're all over the screen. I'm telling you, man, listen, I hate that I even have to, like, come like this on some, like, defending him because I just want to give analysis, but it's so crazy and it's been crazy to me. And then you hear the people in the media, you hear Emmanuel Acho, you know what I'm saying? I see that stuff on my timeline and it's like, yeah, this is why they need to play Jimmy G. What? I saw a girl. I don't have my phone on me right now. My wife took my phone, but I was on Facebook. Right? I was on Facebook and I'm on Facebook and this girl is like, oh, they need to do a two quarterback system like what we saw from the Saints, Drew Brees and Hill. I'm like, no, they don't. Like, they're gonna be fine. Just, keep it, whatever. She's like, oh, nah, like, and somebody commented and I was like, man, it's crazy how people just kind of forget. And you got it.
Yeah. Let me know when you're done so I can tell you what they said.
All right. So let me find this. Because I took a screenshot of it. All right, so I said, it's crazy how people forget. And she said, I'm people, because I don't care what his stats look like. When the game was over, we won. Not let a team come back and win. Talking about Jimmy G, right? Again, I'll repeat this. She's talking about Jimmy G. I'm people, because I don't care what the stats look like. When the game was over, we won. We don't let teams come back and win with Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. Interesting, because, and here's my response, 49ers had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter NFC Championship game. Listen, I'm only going last year. I'm not even going further than that. 49ers had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter NFC Championship game. They lost with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. Week 16, 49ers were up 10 points on the Tennessee Titans. They lost to the Tennessee Titans. They were up 10 points. Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. let's keep it going. All right. Seattle last year. 49ers played Seattle Seahawks last year. 49ers were up 17-7. What's that? A 10-point lead. The 49ers lost with Jimmy Garoppolo out there. Like, I mean, we can really keep going with this. So why do people make this? It's just so much better. It's just, oh my God. Like, no, let the young kid play. I saw some big time stuff. I'm pretty sure there's things that they want to clean up. There's this huge overreaction to Trey Lance. Huge. And I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen anything like it. I have never seen this over. I talked about it before, and I said it kind of reminded me of like LeBron James. And I'm not saying, trust me, I'm not saying that Trey Lance is LeBron James. But just in the sense of like the scrutiny of an athlete. It is hard to find anything that matches this. Where everybody, and I mean everybody, even his own fans, I see it in the chat right now. I see it in the chat right now. Even his own fans of the 49ers, they are against him. Wild. This is wild. I ain't never seen anything like it. I ain't never seen anything like it. The kid made big time plays, big time throws, made plays with his legs. It's like, nah, man, get Jimmy G in there. Like he ain't blown leads. I just talked about 4 games that he blew just last year. What are we doing? What are we doing at a fan base? Wild. I got some super chats here. Again, Lance and Fields had 2 interceptions that were straight rookie mistakes. For both guys, I don't know if I would correlate that to rookie mistakes. And I kind of touched on it a few minutes ago. You have one guy who you see him, and Trey Lance said, man, I tried to hold his safety. I thought I held him long enough to be able to come in. The pass was actually accurate on target, just to the wrong person, right? You had Jackson who jumped it, and I always like Jackson. I talked about, I'm going to get to some of my thoughts I said before the Bears game. I thought the 49ers were a better team. I still feel like the 49ers were a better team. I thought the 49ers had a better roster. I still feel like that. But I also felt like, hey, there's some guys that make plays over there for Chicago, and Jackson was one of them, and he made a huge play. The interception by Fields, I don't know. Shoot, the way that you would never know he threw a pick. you would never know. I think I got to this super chat right. Yep. All right, here we go. Trey Lance could walk on water, and the headline would read, Trey Lance can't swim. Dead ass. Dead ass. That's right. Terry, though. It's wild, man. It's wild. I'm telling y'all, man. I ain't seen nothing like it. Yeah, I thought it was a kid. I thought he gave his all. And I thought he made big time throws. Again, I talked about one. I mean, come on, man. Watch this, dude. Watch this. And he made several throws in this game. Let me pull down the super chat real quick. And it's like, they talk about this kid like he's just incompetent. There was somebody, Daryl Bevel or something like that, and he was like, Trey Lance didn't do any NFL thing. What is this, Bevel man? All right, what is this right here? Come on, man. I was lined up with this throw. Setback. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Layer throw. Roquan Smith. Got DB here. Jackson. I don't even know who this is. Why do we act like this dude is an incompetent quarterback? Why do we act like that? Like he can't make throws? And I'm telling you, the weather, bro, the ball soaked, field sloppy, everything's terrible. And what is this? A fucking strike. Come on, man. Y'all, they be talking crazy about the kid. They talk crazy about the kid. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at Eddie Jackson coming underneath this. Come on, man. They talk crazy about the kid. And somebody, that's one pass. He made several passes. That was just a great throw. That's a great throw. That's a great throw for anybody, right? That's a great throw for anybody. You could be Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, anybody. If they make that throw right there, that is probably their best throw of the game. That's probably the best throw of the game for most quarterbacks. All right. And he made other throws. Did he not hit Juwan Jennings downfield? Did he not hit Ayuk on a strike over the middle for complete fourth down or third down situation? Boom, hit guys. Boom, using his legs. What are we talking about? So shout out to the Bear fans in here right now. And where's Ghost of Judah at? I got to pay up. Where my guy Ghost of Judah at? All right. But y'all need discipline. The 49ers were undisciplined. Like, that's why they lost. That's why they lost. Crazy. And this is crazy too. Jimmy G wins the game. Record proves it. Like, again, I talked about it earlier, about 10 minutes ago. Grill said the same thing. I rattled off 4 games where Jimmy Garoppolo lost with 10-point leads last year. And this is not me. I don't want to try to push up Trey Lance and by pushing down on Jimmy Garoppolo. But y'all bring this stuff up like Jimmy G. God, like, what are we doing? Woo. It's cool. Don't do that. All right, here we go. I'm bringing y'all on, man. Y'all come on live right now. I ain't got more to say, but again, I try to just get people to see, can we look at the big picture of this and what we thought? Like, yes, I thought 49ers were going to win. And I feel like, yeah, if the weather wasn't as crazy, maybe, no, 49ers probably would have lost anyways. You know why the 49ers would have lost? Because they were so undisciplined. The 2 touchdown drives, well, they ended up having 3. Shoot, 3. The 3 touchdown drives that the Bears had, all 49ers were off the field on all 3 of them. But a penalty continued to drive. That's why the 49ers lost. Yeah, we could talk about a fumble by Debo or a missed throw early by Trey Lance. But ultimately, 3 touchdown drives, they had 3 penalties on third down that aided their drives. 3. And we wonder why the 49ers lost. Nah, man, it's Trey Lance. You want to win? Jimmy G win that game. You know, Jimmy G, y'all act like, man, I hate that. See, I don't even want to get into it. I watched Jimmy Garoppolo. Week 1, 2018, playing against the Minnesota Vikings. He threw 3 interceptions and a pick 6. 49ers lose. But you know what game that did win, right? That Jimmy Garoppolo wins. Next year, 2019, Week 1, 49ers playing against Tampa Bay. Jimmy G, what he do, throws a pick 6 to Vernon Hargraves. It's a tight game. You know why 49ers won? They had a pick 6 by Richard Sherman and a pick 6 by Ahkello Witherspoon. That's how the 49ers won. That's what's the difference. Where were those plays for them? And when I talk about picking up your young guy, the way that they picked up Jimmy Garoppolo through his tough times. And y'all don't get it. Not all y'all. Just the people that comment like that. Trey Lance can walk on water. Oh, we already got to that one. Fields only completed 8 passes, but his legs, man. And the crazy thing is his legs, he ran for 30 yards. He averaged 2 yards a carry. Now, his legs were big in the sense of buying time, and he hit that ball down the field. That was huge. That was a great play. That was a great play. Great play. And I felt like, he did those type of things, and that's what helped contribute to a win for the Chicago Bears. Great job, Justin Fields. But that should have never happened. But you're getting third down penalties that keep drives going. Crazy. But Fields, I love Fields. Fields was my QB1 in that class. All right, let's not get it twisted here. So much went wrong besides Trey. I would say everybody has their part in it, of course. I'd say the biggest contributor to the 49ers losing, those just undisciplined team. False starts. Trent Williams. How many times did Trent Williams get called for false start? False start. Bad third down penalties. Random face mask. When Greenlaw face masked the running back on third down when he was just... The dude was already wrapped up by 3 guys. 3 guys got him wrapped up. You get off the field now. No, Greenlaw comes in and face mask him. What? That drive continued. They scored a touchdown. I think I meant to say penalties, but we can go panties too. All right, panties and blown coverage cost the game. I'd say penalties were the biggest. Crock, relax. 49ers fans said the same stuff about Cap. Fickle fans. Yeah, I'm saying they are a little fickle. I know the root word to fan is fanatic. So, I'm not going. I got a super chat here. I didn't put the. Here we go. Sore jaws tomorrow from everyone's second Jimmy G. Boy, you ain't lying. Pause. Crock, tell him Trey's pretty good for a third game starting. I mean, I don't even know if it's, Trey's pretty good for a third game starting. I just think he did good stuff. I thought he did some really good stuff. I thought, okay, he missed his throw. I think the way that he gets viewed and the way people go at him is different than anything I've seen. Aside from maybe, like I said, LeBron James. And when I say LeBron James, just because obviously he's a polarizing guy, the expectations for LeBron James heading into the league were sky high. LeBron James has continued to play exceptionally well. I think at one point he went to, 9 straight NBA finals, and it's like they're going to point to the one thing. Well, he lost this, and this happened, and this, and it's like the dude went to 9 straight NBA finals. I'm not even a LeBron fan. Shout out to Miss Debbie. The disrespect for young quarterback is ridiculous. Kyle said this is Trey's team. We as a faithful need to allow it to grow. They're not going to allow it to grow. They won't go with Jimmy Garoppolo. I forgot to hit the link. Here's the link right here, y'all. Come on live right here. Come on live. There's the link. Feel free. Come in. Talk about it so we stop hearing me yell at the mic. Appreciate all 500 of y'all in here right now. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff. I got my guy, Medic Mike, coming in here. Shout out to Miss Debbie for the contribution. I appreciate you. All right, we got Deshaun in here too. Okay, here we go. Medic Mike, you up first. What up, baby?
What up, Crock? I mean, you pretty much said it all, but we got some real fickle fans, man. I'd say 80% of the fans don't know real ball. A lot of them
hold on. I just talked about the LeBron James thing, right? And I was like, how the expectations and then how people talk about him and stuff like that. And then I see this. Hold on, where is it at? Still 9 straight NBA Finals versus mostly weak Eastern Conference. Like, I get it. 9 straight NBA Finals. 9 straight. And that's what I'm talking about with Trey Lance. He, boom, good throw. Down the field. Dart, okay. He didn't lead Justin Jefferson. Right? That's the equivalent to that. Not the same. 9 straight. I mean, that's crazy, right? But Trey Lance throws a bomb to, I said Justin Jefferson, Juwan Jennings. Trey Lance throws a bomb to Juwan Jennings, and it's like, well, he didn't throw it to where he keep running, and it wasn't exactly perfect to where he hit right there on the outside. And it's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I got some super chats. I'm gonna get to those in a second, but I gotta let my mic, my guy Medic Mike get his stuff off. Go ahead, Medic Mike.
But yeah, I mean, you look at the game. The whole narrative going into the season was, we got a good team to where Trey don't have to carry this team. The only way we win yesterday is if Trey would have overcome the rest of our team. Like, that's not how we're built. That's not how we're supposed to play. We look like we were a team that didn't play any preseason games. Undisciplined, 12 penalties for 99 yards. And this is also becoming a staple of Shanahan in week 1. For the last 5-6 years, we played undisciplined ball in week 1. Greenlaw had maybe the worst game I've ever seen. He was responsible for both those blown coverages. The first one to Pettis was a cover 3. You saw Hufanga drive on the crosser. It was obviously a cover 3. Greenlaw follows the crosser. You don't follow the crosser in that. You stay home. He didn't stay home. Fields threw it to where his zone relatively would have been. That's where Pettis caught it and then ran for 51 yards. On the second play, like you said, you had the shallow crosser coming. Wasn't no one within 50 yards of him. And then you had a dude going over the top, which was St. Brown. Like, Huff was in a no-win situation. He was the best player on the field on both sides of the ball, by far. Tackles look bad. You need your A players to play like A players. Debo fumbled the ball in the red zone. That's a no-no. Like, I mean, you had so many mistakes everywhere, but yet and still you had Trey stepping up on 3rd and 8, boom, hitting your tight end right over the middle, your backup tight end. 3rd and 13, bullying his way for a first down. You know, the layer throw you showed to Ayuk, that was beautiful. The first drive to strike to Ayuk.
But yeah, that was Ray McCloud.
Yeah, Ray McCloud. The first drive, though, that strike to Ayuk, boom. The throw over top to Jennings. Like, he did everything he was supposed to do, and the team let him down, including his coach, including the defense in the second half.
You obviously would like, to see better things. I see some people like blaming the weather. No, the weather makes it hard for both teams. That can't be disputed. And if you ever played in terrible conditions in football, or wet, rainy, sloppy, snow, whatever. Matter of fact, you'd rather actually play in the snow than rain. You understand? Like, it affects the game. Now, that's not going to be the reason you lose, because both teams play in it. But in the sense of affecting, like, you being the best version of yourself, it can alter things, but you still got to find a way to win. And the Bears did, and the 49ers did not. You cannot blame the weather. Only thing you can blame the weather on is it's harder to play in, but you got to figure it out, just like the Bears did. And matter of fact, 49ers, they won every category. The 49ers won in every category, except for turnovers and penalties. That was the difference.
Yeah, the weather is the only reason that gives me pause for really jumping on the game plan, because I understand the game plan given the weather circumstances. But we were undisciplined. We had 12 penalties. They had 3. Last night, Denver's obviously a better team than Seattle. You watched it on the TV. They're a better team. They had 12 penalties. Seattle had 5. And Seattle won.
And multiple fumbles on inside the 3.
Exactly. And Seattle won. Like, it comes down to playing disciplined football. You can't go out there and play undisciplined football, especially in sloppy weather, and expect to come out with a W. Busting coverages, 4 drive extending penalties. I mean, come on. Like, that's just undisciplined football. Now, that being said, it's week 1. Weird stuff happens week 1. You see teams that make it far in the playoffs. You go back, look at week 1, you're like, how the hell did they lose to that team? So, not overreacting. And that the fact that it's a discipline problem, that can be fixed. What I do like is I do like what I saw from Trey. I like what I saw from Ayuk. Honestly, I wasn't too mad at the interior O-line.
Yeah, I saw some people, and I think even I saw Benjamin Solak, and I'll bring that back up real quick. And I saw Benjamin Solak. I'm gonna get you off because we got a lot of people coming on right now, and I definitely want to get to my Chicago folks in here. But
right.
Benjamin
Everyone
Solak,
hit that like button and subscribe too if you haven't.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Where is it at? Here we go. Benjamin Solak said it. He said, finish the Niners film. 49ers absolutely, clearly, 100% do not have a Lance problem. He has some rough plays, has some great plays, fine debut. They do have an interior offensive line problem. Constant interior pressure, missed blocks in the running game. Lance's legs saved them from having an even worse day. So, yeah, I don't know, kind of your thoughts on that, but.
I mean, there was some interior pressure, but I expect more out of my tackles, too. You have 2 veteran tackles in McGlinchey and Williams, and they gave up, I want to say, Williams gave up the most pressures in pass sets, and McGlinchey the second most. So, I mean, that's where you're supposed to, shine right there. You expect some growing stuff from the interior line. You don't expect them to be perfect. I mean, these are 3 new dudes that are starting in there. And so, given the circumstances, I'm like, okay, it wasn't awful. But,
yeah,
I mean, I think most of this stuff is fixable for week 2. I think especially the discipline problem. I think we have enough vets and enough seasoned guys to where they're going to, hold themselves accountable. And I honestly think the Seahawks have an ass whooping coming next week.
Hope so. I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate having me on, Crock.
All right. Got some Chicago guys to get to. See my guy goes to Judah. It's payday. It's payday. I gotta pay up. Hold on 1 second. Real quick, let me get to the super chats. I got a bunch of super chats here. People waiting. The great Aaron Rodgers didn't play any better. Aaron Rodgers did not play very well. I would like to see Jimmy run a quarterback draw in those conditions, 13 yards for a first down. Would not happen. But maybe Jimmy just throws it from the pocket and does well. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that aspect of it. But yeah, that was, I thought the kid was making plays. I don't know. Maybe I don't know football. Appreciate the contribution. Can you see Jimmy G making that Ray throw? I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo attempts that. But maybe he throws somewhere else and completes it, right? But that, layered throw between three guys, I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo attempts that throw. No. But he might go somewhere else and complete a pass. I saw you on Locked On Bears acting all cocky, trying to convince my fan base why the 49ers are going to win. I don't think I act cocky. I come on here and I talk about the 49ers, the Bears, the whole situation. I talked about how, am I the cocky one when, the 49ers were 7-point favorites? So everybody knew that, right? Everybody considers the 49ers a superior team to the Chicago Bears, right? And that's a fact. That's how everybody felt going into the game. I did say, hey, man, I've seen some weird things happen week 1. I can see a scenario where the 49ers lose. I have said that. I feel like I went above and beyond in the Locked On episode to talk about the different things that I felt like the Bears had going for them. Yes, and even then, when people were saying, 49ers going to win by 2 scores, et cetera, I said, 23-17. I didn't even have the 49ers covering the spread. So where's the disrespect? Or where's being cocky? That, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hear you, though. Super Bowl or bust for the Niners. I don't think it's a Super Bowl bust situation. I think you're in the Super Bowl or bust situation when, first of all, you ain't won shit if you're the 49ers. You've won a decent amount of games. You go on an NFC Championship game. You won a Super Bowl. Going to a Super Bowl. That's cool. But Super Bowl or bust, whenever the 49ers get into the playoffs, they probably have the lowest odds to winning because of how it's been at the quarterback position, even with Jimmy Garoppolo. You had a team, how you a Super Bowl bust team this year when you needed a meltdown, a colossal meltdown by the Rams to even sneak into the playoffs. 49ers had to sneak into the playoffs last year. And the year before that, they won 4 or 5 games or whatever it was. So Super Bowl or bust, window closing, if you get right at the quarterback position, your window will stay open. You got to get there, though. How do you get there? Got to play your guy, let him develop. Same with the Bears. Now, I don't think anybody would say, the Bears are in the Super Bowl, whatever. I don't care about none of that. How do you become the best version of yourself? And for the Bears to become the best version of themselves, I feel like Justin Fields had to go through some shit last year. I think he had to go through some stuff. I think Justin Fields had to go through a game where they had 1 net passing yard and he got sacked 9 times. Then he came back next week against the Lions and played much better. I think he had to go through that, right? I think he had to go through games like the Steelers and feel that. Where it's like, man, I played my heart, I played well, and we lost. And all the other lumps kind of being banged up, whatever. Fields had to go through all that. And maybe it's not this year, but eventually you hope you build a team around him to where it's like, man, our dude is ready to go. He's ready to go. But you got to go do some stuff to get there. Cocky, Super Bowl window. This nigga's talking about. All right, here we go. I got my guy Chicago Corey coming on. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Crocker. How's it going, brother?
It's going. It could be better, I'd say. I will say this. Shout out to Chicago. If you're from Chicago now, everybody tells me you didn't go to the South Side though. Like, nah, hell no, I ain't go to the South Side. But wherever I was, downtown, whatever, man, it was beautiful. I thought Chicago was a great city.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say this. I don't understand nationally why they're getting on Trey. Trey Lance didn't lose that game. You know who lost that game? Kyle Shanahan lost that game. He did not make adjustments to me, man. I was trying to see who was the rookie coach and who's the veteran coach because Shanahan did not adjust at all. For that kid to do what he did in those conditions was amazing because actually he outplayed Fields, bro. He outplayed Fields. I don't care what anybody says. You guys got a good one there, man. He outplayed Fields.
Hold on. Can you repeat that?
He outplayed Fields. That's all we're talking about here in Chicago.
Wait, who's he?
Trey Lance.
Okay, so I feel like my fans need to kind of hear that. But and this is not, I don't even want to make it. I like both guys. I love Justin Fields, and I want to see him be successful. When I was watching the game, that's what I saw outside of the kind of the busted coverage. All right, but when you say that, like, why do you say you feel like Trey Lance outplayed Justin Fields?
Let me tell you this. I'm sitting there watching the game with my guys. I got two guys from San Francisco who came to Chicago to just kick it with me and watch the game. Dude, I was going crazy in the first half because of how some of the throws that this kid was throwing. I mean, they were on a line, man. He was killing us. You know, it was the same play. The little curl route across the middle. I'm talking about maybe like 7 times in a row, man. I'm talking about for like 8 yards. I was going crazy. Same thing. Bang, 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 bang. I'm like, damn, what's going on? I mean, he was awesome with that, man. Where the game got lost was the weather was terrible, but also you have to make adjustments in that type of weather, man. Fields didn't play well at all. Fields is going to be much better than that. Much better than that. It came down to making simple adjustments. You have to adjust. You have to say, hey, it's raining out here. It's crazy out here. We can't do this. We can't do that. Shanahan I think this was one of his worst games I've ever seen him coach. That's just me. But no, you guys got a good one, man. I like Trey, man. I like Trey for sure. Oh, also another thing. We don't want to hear you guys complaining about the rain, man. We're tough here in Chicago, brother. Little rain.
Hey, I ain't complaining about the rain. I said both teams had to play in it. It was, I mean, I'd say that here's the worst part about the rain. Walking back to the hotel in the rain after an L. That was the worst part about the rain.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. No, hey man, you guys are gonna be good, man. Trey's gonna be all right. That was a monsoon, man, a hurricane, bro. There's nothing. I'm surprised he did that well, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I had said to my brother before, I'm like, man, this dude's ripping it in this rain. Now, eventually it caught up to him and his balls just kind of started flying all over the place. And we saw that kind of late in the fourth quarter, especially when, it's more polarizing because the 49ers trying to make a comeback and balls they're not being completed. He threw one. It was kind of, Deebo Samuel dropped it. And you could just see how late the weather really became a factor. But early in the game, yeah, I mean, and if you were there, you could see it was raining throughout the game. But I thought he did a good job for the most part. At times throwing, he did have his hiccups and whatnot. But man, I appreciate you coming on, man, having the level-headed take. Now I gotta pay the piper and do these burpees for my guy Ghost of Judah.
Take care, my brother.
All right, you have a good one.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. Like I feel like I go out of my way to give like Barry players props. Obviously, we got my guy Chicago come on just now. He did he talked about Chicago. Corey talked about Trey Lance and just how he felt like he played. And then it's like you see the chat and it's like, hell nah, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do that. Well, PFF says Trey Lance played better. I thought I saw this was before this. I talked about last night, Locked On 49ers. I thought Trey Lance played better. Outside again, you had the busted plays and Fields did that, but outside that, I don't even can we even. And again, this is not, and like Corey said, like Chicago Corey said, Justin Fields will be much better than this. And I believe he will too. I believe Justin Fields will be much better than whatever we saw. But I did not think it was a great game from him. It was good enough. We'll say that. It was good enough. It was good enough. It was. I know, I see it. PFF, listen, the only reason why I reference PFF is because I'm not saying they know whatever they talking about, whatever with their grades and whatnot, but they grade everybody the same. So at least that's something to go off of, right? Like they grade everybody the same. This shit could be way off. Justin Fields could be whatever. Trey Lance could be whatever. It could be way, but in the sense of however they grade guys, that is the same for all players. So yeah. Anyways, here we go. Ghost of Judah. Good morning, man. Hey, I had people hit me yesterday, and I was traveling from Chicago. And I had people hit me, and they like, Crock, I'm not going on the show this morning. I'm not watching the show. I'm not watching it. And I'm thinking like, oh, they don't want to watch it because, well, the 49ers lost. They're like, nah, man, we don't want to watch it because we know Ghost of Judah going to come on there. And I'm like, listen, man, we gotta pay the piper. So you want them now or you want to get your take off and then you want me to do them? How you want to do this?
Look, man, I want to get my take off. You do your little burpees whenever you want to, okay? You know,
All right,
look,
do your
for the next
thing.
5 minutes, San Francisco, this is my show. This is the Ghost of Judah tribe.
Go ahead.
Because you got a cool guy right here, Eric Crocker. Eric Crocker, thanks for coming to my city and enjoying it. Thanks for saying that it's an awesome city, because it is an awesome city. I know the South and West Side has its problems, but for the most part, it's a great city. Now, getting to that, I want to start this off, and all you San Francisco people out there driving in your seats on your phone, we're gonna start this off by singing the Chicago Bears fight song. Bear down, Chicago Bears, make every play clear the way to victory. Bear down, Chicago Bears, put up a fight with the might so fearlessly. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T-formation. Bear down, Chicago Bears, and let them know that you're wearing the crown. You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Chicago Bears, bear down. Woo! Now that you had the greatest fight song in the history of the NFL, want to get to a couple of shows that aren't so good. Jackhammer, Whackhammer, thanks for blocking me. You're a trash show. Rambo Sports, you old geezer over there. Rambo Awards, you're trash. Rambo Sports, thanks for blocking me too. You can't take criticism. Old trash, old dude. Jason Aponte, Jason Ashante, you suck. You talking about cyberbullying? You see that jersey right there? Even though he don't play for us no more, he's still better than all the guys on your team. Devin Hester, better than all the guys on your team. So shut up, Jason Ashanti. Also, Lane Breezy, Lane Sleazy, you block me too because your show is trash as hell. Locked on 40-liners, cracked out on corny liners, y'all trash as hell too. Thanks for doing your burpees, by the way. Now, I want to get to some of you lame, whack-ass 49ers fans in the chat. Daniel Garcia, Daniel Farcia, you suck. Khalid Young, Krabby Dung, you suck, bro. Terror Dome, yo broke E40 looking ass, you suck. Sarah Dome, ain't no terror about your dome. You whack as hell. CJ Gray, CJ Gay, you trash CJ Gay. Schmidt Juice. That's what your name says it all, buddy. Matthew Means, Nick Full Tears, you sorry, bro. Darius Mills, hey, K-Dot, Ken Ortega, what's your name? K-Fart, Ken Ortega, shut up. Not 90 by nature, 88. 90 by nature, 88. Shut your ass up. DeMarcus Dixon, DeTardis Dixon, shut up. Henry Como, Henry Homo, be quiet, boy. Brad Brown, sad clown, shut up. 49ers daddy, corny whiners mommy, shut up. Big city man, little town boy, shut up. Daniel Kelly's eyeliner, what a stupid name. Your name says it all, dummy. Vlad the Impaler, Sad the Inflamer, go to the doctor, get checked out, boy. Frisco 415, you ain't cooking with grease, boy. Dynamite Dave, you suck. And Gammon. Listen to me, Gammon. I know you listening, Gammon. All those doggone stats and stuff you had. What did I tell you about stats? What did I tell you about what this commenter says? But that stats don't play on the field, boy. Stats don't play on the field, boy. We just whooped y'all tail. Now, Crocker, get into some of your Bears fans that came on there, some of those whack Bears fans that came on there, like Robert Schmidt, that bootlicker that came on your show, talking about, oh, the Bears only gonna win 6 games and shit. It was bootlicking all these corny whiner fans. Shut up. Lauren Cox, you said we was gonna lose too. You're trash. Now, cool Bears fans, Windy City Productions, shout out to you. Bears Ballroom, Adam Rank, KO Sports Talk, Jonah Pitney, shout out to y'all. Now, let's just talk about the game. All these excuses, you lame Whiner fans gave this week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's raining. We play in the rain too. Y'all just an undisciplined team. You're very undisciplined. You have no character. And by the way, you're an inferior team. You'll be lucky to win 7 games this year, you bums. You'll be lucky to win 7 games because you're an inferior team. I don't care how many people, all y'all talking about, we got 7 people in the top 100. Man, shut up, man. That ain't saying anything. I don't care how many people you had in the top 100. I don't care how many people. I don't care what kind of coach how smart you think he is. He's not smart at all. He's about as dumb as a doorknob. Also, that last Chicago Bears fan that was on there, Trey Lance looked awful. What are you talking about, man? I don't want Trey Lance as my quarterback. First of all, he ain't got no swag. Look at that hairline he got. Nobody wants him. Justin Fields was the superior quarterback yesterday, and we all saw he was a superior quarterback. We played in adverse conditions. Y'all just didn't know how to do it. Once you fall behind in points, Trey Lance ain't going to bring you back. And Trey Lance, all you idiot 49er fans don't know, every single game that he started, he's thrown an interception. And he's always been 50% completion passing rate. So let me introduce you to the HITS philosophy that we have in Chicago. HITS. H, hustle. We out-hustled you. I, we were more intense than you. We had intensity. T, we always taking care of the ball and we caused takeaways. And S, smart play. We were smarter than you. You know why we were smarter than you? Because you're a dumb team and you're undisciplined and you're going to continue. And the Seacocks are going to beat y'all down next week too. So I don't want to hear it. I love this so much. I appreciate you, Eric Crocker, for letting me on. Y'all bums. I told you we was going to beat y'all tail, and that's exactly what happened. All week long, I had to endure y'all trash talk. I knew what the hell we was doing. You should have saw it coming in that Texas game. But no. You just think, oh, we got all this talent. Talent don't win ball games alone, son. You gotta have some goddamn discipline, and you gotta know what you're doing. And you guys act like you the wicked witch of the message. You was melting in the rain. Woo, like teams don't play in the rain. Shut up, man. Shut up. Your team's not.
All right, goes to Judah. That's your time, but I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, thank you. Have a nice day, sir.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I know dish it out, talk about the Bears, and I think a lot of people, including myself, y'all, the 49ers were better and they lost. And I will say this about Ghost of Judah. As annoying as he can be, he talked that before, and you got to give him the opportunity to talk that after. I'm a man of my word, and I said I would allow him to come on here for 5 minutes. We bet on the burpees. I said I'd do them live, and I'm a man of my word. I did that. So you got to give him his time. Whether you agree, disagree, he was able to have his moment. All right, he was able to have his moment. So it is what it is. I like it. And part of this, we coming on here, we give takes, analysis, perspective, all that stuff. Got to take good with the bad. 49ers, I will say over the last couple of years, we've had a lot more good than bad. So I think we can handle that for 5 minutes and do a move forward. All right. So here we go. Coming on now. And last couple of guys, I got 3 guys here waiting. I can only get 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got to get out here and do some stuff. So 2 minutes. Feel free. Get your takes off. Whatever's on your mind. Go ahead and talk about it. Everybody else, man, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I don't think I've said that this show or in a long time, whatever. Hit the subscribe and like button. I appreciate everybody that comes on here. We don't always have people screaming and yelling at us and disrespecting our team, but you got to take it. You got to take it. Yeah, you got to take it. So here we go. I got Terradome coming on. Terradome, good morning, man. How you doing?
Good morning. How's my audio? Can you hear me good?
Oh, yeah, you're perfect. You're good.
Yeah, man. I remember back in the days when on HBO, when Tito Trinidad was real good and he boxed Winky Wright. And all the HBO analysts loved Tito Trinidad. But Winky Wright was firing on his head, man. And the great George Foreman said, man, Look at Tito Trinidad taking that ass whooping like the champion he is. so that's just what happened. Well, we took that whooping like the champions we are. Nobody can get whooped like the San Francisco 49ers. Hey, shout out to Ghost of Gouda. Cheese. Hey, man, it's your world. You called it. The man gave you the 5 minutes. Hey, you lit us up, and he kept all the receipts. And this is
he did. He literally had a list. I think he was reading off of a list.
I was on it. He calling me Brokey for that. I see you had your glasses on today, though. It's all good. It's all good. What's real is Trey Lance was not that bad, and he did the best he could with what he had, man. He had to battle the elements, half of our fan base, referees, you name it, he had to go against it. And I think the kid did exactly what he could. I gave you the statement earlier, he could walk on water, but everybody would talk and say, well, look at him, he can't swim. When you're dealing with a guy like that, man, it takes an incredible moxie to take it on with half the fan base going against you, as well as the naysayers, national media, and this and that. And I thought he did the best he could with what he did. I seen Jimmy G miss that deep shot to it was Juice a couple of times. He has missed it. I don't think he ever hit it. But I know Trey will police himself.
He has hit it. I will say he has hit it, but yeah.
I don't remember him hitting it. All I remember
he hit it to Marquise Goodwin 2019 against the Bengals.
Okay.
He did miss, I think, week 1 against the Vikings to George Kittle. And it looked more like that, right? Where it was kind of like right off of Kittle's hands. He threw it right outside the outstretched hands of Kittle.
I remember
there are a couple other times. He has hit that play. I'll give it to him.
Well, you know, and that's
but yeah, that one to use check, that's going to stick out in a lot of people's minds. And the 49ers went on to lose that game. And he missed like bad too.
Yeah, real bad. It just was wide open. But you know, I'm not here to put down anybody, man. I'm here to build up. The Bible says to edify. That means just to build up. But I know this, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And when the kid is in, man, we really, the energy that we're giving off, and you might bring this up a little later on, when he got tackled, when he got sacked on that McGlinchey miss where the kid beat him to the inside, I didn't see my boys picking him up after he had gotten sacked.
I didn't see it either.
It was a little something on that. We can read into it.
And Chris Sims came out and said that there are some players that prefer, Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'd say there, the only person that's to blame for the situation for that is Kyle Shanahan. And, you think it can work, but it can only work when everything goes well. And the moment things start, okay, like the moment Trey Lance has Jimmy Garoppolo moments, right? Where when Jimmy would have those moments where you look at it, it's like, damn, Jimmy G, like, what you doing? Well, Jimmy never had to look behind his back. And now Trey Lance has to look back at Jimmy. And Kyle, for that, and if there is potentially a divide, or there are people that, this guy needs to be playing, or this, and, like Chris Sim said, Kyle has nobody but himself to blame for that.
20 more seconds. I know you got other callers, man. If Josh Allen would have converted a 3rd and 13 with his legs the way this young man did Sunday, they would have been playing vintage John Elway videos saying that he's the cream of the crop. And another thing, man, Kyle, in the moments we go into this thing with leads in the next half, and I don't know if he gets conservative on the play call or just won't put his foot on the gas and put teams away. He kind of went to I don't know, it seems like he just doesn't have a contingency plan. In airborne ops, we don't exit an aircraft without a reserve chute. You have to have a contingency ready to go for when things go a little haywire. Get it up tempo, do the plays that work, and cater to the strengths of your quarterback. He can throw deep outside the numbers. Don't have him throwing in the teeth of that defense in the middle. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking forward to Jordan Mason coming here. Jordan, get a ball to Jordan, just like they used to do in 92. I think we'll be all right.
All right, appreciate you coming on, Terrell. I don't know if I make the comparison that Jordan Mason has any correlation to Michael Jordan, but yeah, I hear you. Crock, both teams look good last night. Seattle offense clicking. Niners better prep. The Gonorrhea Sports Report, the Rams ain't one to talk. Yeah, there is a Rams fan in the chat. And again, I am one to, always say I appreciate everybody that comes on this show and contributes some way, some form. Rams got their ass kicked, and they look bad. Now maybe you can say, oh, well, they lost. It was Buffalo. All right, but you're the defending champs. You're playing at home. You're opening up. You knew this game was coming, and you get your ass kicked in your house. In your house. You got your ass kicked. Like, no chance. Your quarterback gets sacked 7 times. Your quarterback throws 3 picks. Perfect conditions. I'd be more worried about that than anything with the 49ers right now. Twin, good morning, man. How you doing, bro?
Man, good morning, my guy. How y'all doing out here?
Hold on. Rams played and got 4 turnovers. We'll be fine. So are you saying, so y'all played bad, y'all got 4 turnovers, and y'all still got blew out? I don't think that makes it any better. I think that makes it worse. That you turned the ball over a bunch of times, you forced turnovers, and you still got dogged at home. That don't make it no better. But go ahead, my bad. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, man. I was out there in that Monsoon with you, man. Hey, after the game, that line was so crazy trying to get out of there. That rain was pouring. It was crazy. But I just want to say this, though. Big ups to Lorenzo Neal, Jerry Rice, and Michael Irvin, man. Those guys came on KNBR, or I think it was 95.7 the game, and they spoke about Trey Lance and the 49ers. And they really talked about just the progression of the young quarterback, how everybody just needs to relax. And I think it will be very important for a lot of the fans, man, who's trying to divide the team between Jimmy Garoppolo and is Trey Lance ready, to listen to those guys. You got 2 Hall of Famers and probably a top 10 fullback of all time speaking about the game, the intricacies of the game as well. And it's very important, man, that we learn about the nuances that really helps the team grow and build chemistry, man. It's week 1. We got to allow the young boy the opportunity to grow, make mistakes, but then also allow Kyle Shanahan to get an understanding of Trey Lance's play and his play style. You know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, it's week 1, man. I'm glad that football is back. Big ups to everybody in the chat, man, just watching, man. Continue to support our boy Eric Crocker, man. Sub to the channel, man. It's football season, baby. I'm excited. I know everybody else is excited just to be here, man, to witness, the 2022-2023 season, man. So I'm just excited, man, for football to be back.
Bro, how I get my beard like yours? It's just genetics? Because your brother got a mean beard too, so.
Hey, look, just in the gene pool, man. Something about that Mississippi water, you know what I'm saying? As Big Crit says, that Mississippi mud, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe living out in Arkansas helped me, because my beard, I don't know, I might have topped out with my length, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my last thing about Chicago. Hey, big ups to Chi-Town, man. It was nice, man. I was from the Soldier Stadium all the way to Racine, man, where I was staying at, man. I had some Harrow's chicken when I was down there. It was real good.
Oh, yeah, I had some too, downtown.
Yeah. Hey, I had some too. That's why I went too, man.
I had the waffles with the fried chicken on top, you know what I'm saying? Drizzled that syrup on there, you feel me?
Hey, we needed that after that L we took, man. I was drenched, but I ate good, man. And Chicago showed me good. No, it was a good time, so I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, hey,
next time we in the same city, man, we got to link up.
Oh, most definitely, man. My brother definitely said he want to holler at you because, hey, one thing I saw about you today, I'm gonna make this real quick. I could tell you grew up with a brother who had opposing teams, because how my man's got on here and got it off. We all know how they feel like having brothers and siblings back in the day. How you get it's just normal. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. You just gotta be like, all right, bro. You gotta eat that. My brother is a diehard Cowboy fan. My brother watches your brother's show. So for y'all don't know, Ryan, he got a brother who Law Nation. That's his show, right? Yep.
Huge Cowboy. How many subscribers he got? 40,000? He got a lot.
85,000.
85,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. And my brother tunes in. So my brother, big diehard Cowboy fan, he tunes in with George. So yeah, I mean, the chat's blowing up while the 49ers playing, but then the Cowboys go out and lose. So, you know, as 49 fans, we got our get back in the chat. But yeah, when you have the big brother, you got the close siblings, you learn you got to sit there and you got to take it. You got to take it.
Yes, sir, man. But look, that's all I had to say, man. Hey, let's go Niners, though, man. We're going to make sure we regroup. Don't take the Seattle lightly, man. Make sure we come prepared, ready to play. Y'all don't be out here talking bad about Seattle as if they're not a regular. Like, these guys put on their chin straps. They put on their cleats and their helmet just like any other team, man. So, hey, we just got to make sure we focus, do what we know we need to do, man. And, hey, support Trey, man. Come on. Let's quit dividing the team up. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. Appreciate you coming on, twin.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. I got a super chat here. Crocky has Ram fans in here paying to talk. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to pay, you want to get it all, go ahead. Because guess what? I'm going to bring you on regardless. So, real quick, I got to get my last thing off with the, what the fuck is a Ramilia? Ramilia? What is that? Is that like a real nickname for the Rams? Is that like Rams? That shit's trash. Just like the trash Rams, how they played the other night. They got their ass kicked at home. Your quarterback barely throw the ball. If it's anything past 10 yards, it wasn't going well. You better hope that he can keep throwing 10-yard passes to Cooper Kupp. Allen Robinson, he was invisible. Have you seen the movie? I think what's his name? Not Kevin Costner. What's the guy's name? Where he ended up being like, he was like this invisible man walking around or whatever. That was Allen Robinson. He was invisible. All right. Y'all forced 4 turnovers, still got y'all ass kicked. I don't care if the score was 10-10 at one point, whatever. 49ers score was 10-0 at one point. 49ers lost. Y'all score was 10-10. Y'all got y'all ass kicked. What's the final score? 31-10? Whatever it was, y'all was trash. I don't want to hear shit from Ram fans. Hey, you go out there, you win, then all right, go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Bears come on here, they want to get their stuff off, they can. Cool. Rams, I don't want to hear shit. Y'all got y'all ass kicked at home. Perfect conditions, perfect weather, perfect scenario. Your quarterback, your receivers, everybody was there. Everybody's healthy, and you got your ass kicked. And you guys look like you do not belong on the same field with the Buffalo Bills. So I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. You don't belong on the field with the Bills. Fuck out of here. Hollow Man. Hollow Man. That was goddamn Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson might as well be a Hollow Man. Fuck out of here. See y'all week 4. How about that?
Intercepted. It is picked off by Aaron Crocker. Over midfield, he'll run it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Crock Talk TV podcast. Peace.